Okay, the next function that we've included in this unique bundle is a function called Sales Account Code Updater. The idea behind this is that where we've got an existing account, and let's say for argument's sake they may have changed the name, or they may have been bought out by another company, and what you actually want to do is to take the existing account that you've got and then move that to the new account that you need to create. Again, if we were doing this sort of manually, then what you would need to do is create the new account, create the account code, fill in all the necessary details that you do, and then what you would probably have to do is then transfer transactions from one account over to another one. So what I'm going to do in this example, I'm going to choose Bristol Leather Limited. Now, Bristol Leather Limited have been taken over by Manchester Leather Limited. So what we want to do is take this account and then create for the account Manchester. So the way we're going to do that is, like I say, we've got this function that's available to you. Now, the function I'm going to show you is not available on the action menu. And the reason behind this is because if we make any amendments, we don't want all the users having this functionality available to them on the action menu. So what we've done is we've actually put that under the utilities. Now, a lot of you will be familiar with the utilities, and again, it's a very sensitive area because we've got things like end of period in there. We've got the set options where we can change all the parameters. So hopefully, a lot of you have got that sort of restricted to who's allowed to run these particular functions. So if you just look down here, we've got Sales Account Code Updater. So if I select that, immediately what you're going to see are all the sales accounts that I've got. So what I was saying earlier, what I want to do is I actually want to recode and rename Bristol Leather to Manchester. Now, because of the account code sequences that I've got here in place, you can see obviously the first three characters we've got is part of the name. So what I was saying before was that obviously this is going to be Manchester. So what I need to do is just come down here, change that to MAN, and obviously that's the new sales account code that I want for this. Now, what you've got here is an option to do report only. So what this is actually going to do is going to look to see where all these changes are going to be affected. So it's going to take into consideration things like your sales history that you've got. You've got things like sales order processing, and what it'll do, it will look and make all those changes accordingly. Now, I actually put in there MAN 0002. If that account already exists, it's going to tell me that already exists, so I won't be able to do that. So probably what you may do is that you may look to see what your next account, your next account code will be, and apply that accordingly. But like I say, we're just going to do a report only. So let's do a quick run. Just tells us that we're about to run a table test update. So let's see sort of what effect and what files that's going to hit. Let's say yes, and immediately it's finished its test. It's come back and it's just telling me where it's going to be changing these tables. So if I just pick a couple of items out there, you can see here where we've got the sales history that I mentioned earlier. You can see down here that we've got IHEAD, which is your sales order processing side of things. So you can see quite a lot of things that are going to be changed. So it looks to see what records it's actually got and what it's actually going to go away and change. So it's going to take BAR and then change all those around to MAN. So let's click OK. Let's just run that again. So remember, that was a test that I was doing. So I'm going to choose Bristol Leather again. So if we come down here, let's just take that out. Let's say MAN. And this time, rather than do a report only, I'm actually going to do run. So let's click run. Update account code. So again, it's just telling me what it's about to do. The default is no. So if you don't wish to do this, just say no, and then obviously you'd need to run that again. But in this example, I'm going to say yes. So I'll click yes to that. and immediately it's now come back and told me that the sales account code has changed. So let's go and have a look at the sales ledger first of all. So if I have a look on here, so remember I actually had it down as the other account, and hopefully if I look a little bit further down here under MAN, let's work your way down, and there you can see MAN 0002, but the name is still Bristol Leather. So all I need to do here now is then just change the name. So this has now become Manchester Leather. Let me just save that away. And obviously you probably might want to change the address there if that was relevant. So you can see what I've actually done there is taken the existing account and then just copy that over on there. Like I said earlier, you would have to do that manually, create the new account and then start moving all the transactions. Let's just look at some of the changes that it has done where I've actually done that account code rename. So let's quickly just look at sales order processing. So this time let's just do a search. So I'm just going to put in MAN, and straight away you can see there where I've got Manchester Leather Limited. So I'm looking at Manchester Leather Limited. Let's go and have a look at the invoice area, and let's just show all. So immediately what you can see here now is that has all come through, and you can see all the documents that you potentially will have created there. So again, a great little tool that we've got, just takes that element out of having to create accounts and then transferring transactions over. And as I said before, all the history and all the other files that we saw when we ran the report, all those changes will have been done and the account would have been renamed. Great tool. Again, it's one of these things that a lot of clients have asked, how can we make this a little bit slicker? So hopefully that will give you that functionality that you've not currently got in Opera, but hopefully this will give you that functionality that you need to do that.